What is concentration and willpower? The ability to concentrate and to keep a single thought on a subject in the vision field for a long time is, however, unique to human beings because of our huge brain and memory size, and is also governed by the will of a person. Yogis claim that willpower is increased by continence. Recent scientific evidence suggests that the brain is full of sexual chemicals, and their increased concentration in it helps in memory enhancement. As the memory increases, so does the ability of concentration. Thus, the desire to save these chemicals could be the basis of celibacy preached in almost all religions. Concentration and will are related. With stronger will, the concentration increases since we can force ourselves to focus on a single thought. Similarly, as the concentration increases with practice, a person gains stronger willpower since I or the ego gets strengthened. Besides concentration, deep thought production could also be helped by drugs and application of electromagnetic field to certain areas of the brain. Patanjali states that besides yoga, paranormal powers can also be obtained by the use of drugs. The drugs, according to him, help in concentration and hence in production of Sanyam and ultimately in getting powers. Hence, ancient Indian yogis knew the nature of brain and the effect of chemicals on thought. There are also innumerable examples of mind-altering drugs like LSD, etc., which have created altered states of consciousness, including out-of-body experience, and have given powers of clairvoyance to the user as long as their effects last. Recently, it has been discovered that sending a very weak current to the back of the right side of the brain triggered an out-of-body experience, OBE, for the patient. This OBE could be produced at will whenever a particular part of the brain was stimulated by an electrical current. OBE is one of the major outcomes of yoga and is mentioned in the Vibhuti or the power section of Patanjali's Yoga Darshan. Naturally, a yogi has to practice years of tapasya, spiritual practice, before he or she can achieve the OBE and sense of levitation. However, technology seems to allow this pleasurable experience quite easily. For example, altered states of consciousness in subjects have been induced by the use of high-powered magnetic fields at different sides of the brain. This transcranial magnetic stimulation, or TMS as it is called, is non-invasive and can be switched on and off at will. Nevertheless, both the chemical and EM techniques to enhance deep thought may produce short-term effects and may not be replicable. Besides, the use of chemicals and drugs can produce dangerous side effects and may cause irreparable damage to the brain. Thus, the surest method of producing replicable Sanyam is by sustained and willful practice of meditation in yoga. There is therefore no shortcut to happiness. Once the mind cultivates the habit of focusing on a particular thought for a long time, then the neural pathways for other thoughts sublimate and regroup to provide energy for this single thought. Because of the formation of the new neural pathways, it is quite possible that earlier memory, and Patanjali calls it sanskar, can be dissolved and new memories can be formed. This is because a concentrated thought, which is made stable for a long time, requires more energy and neurons to sustain it and can only happen when the old memories are dissolved to free these neurons. Recent scientific evidence also suggests that the adult human brain is pliable and capable of creating new neural pathways and connections. Removal of past memory by yoga is a mechanism for liberation from the cycle of birth and death, or the Cable layer, and is a central theme in Patanjali Yoga Darshan. Some yoga methods nevertheless preach suppression of thoughts as a mechanism for removing memory. I feel these methods can never provide enough energy to break the existing neural pathways. Thus, the suppressed memories always remain and sometimes come out with a vengeance, just like a steam release from a pressure cooker. This normally is a case with suppression of sexual thoughts as preached by practitioners of this system. Thus, the only way to remove the memory is via yoga and Sanyam. Use of deep thought on various subjects has produced the greatest discoveries of this planet. Einstein's relativity theory, Newton's gravitation theory, and the truth revelations of yogis and great spiritual leaders have all come because of the tremendous concentration and deep thought on their subject. It is a common utterance among scientists and lay persons that one particular person thought so deeply about a particular problem that nature revealed her secrets to him. This is Sanyam done on any particular idea or object leads to a complete knowledge or mastery over it. How deep thought produces knowledge is dealt in the chapter 2 of this book. Deep thought also brings joy and happiness to a person. The exhilaration that one feels in getting deep knowledge, creating new inventions or discoveries is beyond any experience obtained through other human endeavors. Deep thought may help stimulate the pituitary gland and produce a sense of happiness. Our brains are somehow wired in such a way that we get a sense of well-being when in deep thought. Maybe a union with the truth, super consciousness, or God via deep thought is inbuilt in our system. Hence, understanding of the structure of deep thought and its attributes can help mankind progress towards fulfillment and happiness.